Well. Look at the cat, Druggy.
Hello, Coco.
To what do I owe the honor? Do tell. How nice. You brought Carl a goodie. A Captain Power protein puck, no less.
You know, Carl, I never would have figured you for health food.
Healthy. Maybe for the captain's bank account.
What do you mean?
No. That won't do. Quid pro quo, my dear A.B.
All right. Quid pro quo the rapper.
Yes. A few of my favorite things. High fructose corn syrup. Oh, lots and lots of sodium. And, lovely, luscious palm kernel oil.
What's the big deal with palm oil?
It's the only fully saturated fat that stays liquid at room temperature.
That means that products that contain it can remain moist and unctuous, but still have the shelf life of uranium.
Nice. It can learn.
You know, saturated fats are bad for you.
Only if you eat them.
Well, at least this one's packed full of protein.
Oh, that's because it's been hydrolyzed.
What do you mean?
Extracted from cow hooves and skins.
I guess that's your way of saying it's low quality then.
Like eating glue. Only tastier. Oh, Captain, you're a bad boy. Yes, you are. You're a bad...
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to enjoy my sugar rush in private.
Now here is a 4-ounce power bar that's got all the protein you need. All of the essential amino acids are there. Total 28.65 grams of protein, in fact. But it's also got 365 calories, almost 27 grams of fat, 10 of which are saturated. Not so healthy. There is, however, a way to get the complete protein we need into a convenient and tasty package without all the calories or all the fat. Soybeans, or more exactly, soybean protein powder, which is indeed a complete protein. Now, we will build our bar using the muffin method, only without any leavening. Step 1. Set your oven to 350 degrees. Then, combine 4 ounces of soy protein powder, 2 1/4 ounces of oat bran, 2 3/4 ounces of wheat flour, and 3/4 of an ounce of wheat germ, along with half a teaspoon of salt. Combine well. Then, chop up 3 ounces each raisins and dried blueberries, and 2 1/2 ounces each of cherries and apricots. In another bowl, combine 1 12.3 ounce block of silken tofu, 4 ounces of dark brown sugar, 2 large eggs, half a cup of unfiltered apple juice, and 2/3 of a cup of natural peanut butter. If you're allergic to peanuts, either almond butter or cashew butter could be used here. Time to pour the wet and gooey onto the dry and dusty. And since there's not much in the way of gluten here, you can just mix that all you want. Just don't forget to stir in your fruit at the end. Since stirring can actually be a little tough, I like using my hands. The glove's optional. Finally, add this to a 9 by 13 inch baking dish that has been lined with oiled parchment paper, and just kind of push the batter in. You might want to oil that glove too. Park this in the middle of a 350-degree oven until the internal temperature hits 205 degrees, and that's going to take about 35 minutes. Once they're completely cool, turn them out, and odds are good the parchment will come off and stay in the pan. Now, you could cut these with a sharp, narrow knife, but there's a good bit of drag because of the density, so I like a pizza cutter. There we go. They'll keep in the refrigerator for, I'd say, a week, but they freeze very, very well if properly wrapped, up to 3 months. Now, these bars are dense, they are cakey, and they are delicious. And I'm pleased to say that they are darned good for you. Just
look at these numbers. We've got 154.01 kilocalories or calories. We've got 21.08 grams of carbohydrates, 8.41 grams of protein, 4.79 grams of fat, 2.14 grams of fiber, a measly 91.92 milligrams of sodium, and 17.7 milligrams of cholesterol. I dare you, no, I double dog dare you, to find a protein bar in any market, anywhere that can beat this one. Certainly not for flavor. You're just not going to find it. No, not for texture either.
You know what those are? Sure you do. They are icons of the snack world, and you want one bad, don't you? The problem is they've got all the nutritive value of actually, packing chips might have a little bit more fiber, but of course these do have some sugar. Luckily, we can rebuild them, remake them from scratch, so that not only will they be good, they'll be good for you. Oh, I don't need that.
First thing is we'll replace the regular puffed rice with 3 ounces or 6 cups of puffed brown rice, which contains rice bran oil, which is very effective at controlling cholesterol. Now, we're still going to use 7 ounces of marshmallows, but hey, they taste great, and after all, they are fat-free. We will counter that with some extra nutrition, say 3 ounces of toasted slivered almonds, 1.5 ounces each of dried cranberries and dried cherries, which of course we will chop, and last but not least, 1 ounce of blueberries. We don't need to chop those. Now, 7 ounces of marshmallows won't provide much sweetness, so we will augment them with 1 tablespoon of honey. Thank you, Thing. I like orange blossom honey, but you can use whatever you like. The reason I like honey is that it is very, very hygroscopic. It's not just sweet, it's water-loving, and that means that using it in these treats will keep them moister and chewier longer. And chewy is a good thing. Now, treats like this usually call for a lot of butter. We don't want that, so we are going to use a different oil altogether. Flaxseed oil, 3 tablespoons of it. Since this stuff is mostly unsaturated, you're going to want to keep it in the chill chest at all times. Bring a large cauldron of water to a bare simmer and place over it your largest metal mixing bowl. Add to this your honey, your flaxseed oil, and last but not least, of course, your mini marshmallows. Now, one of the reasons that I like mini marshmallows so much is that they're so gosh darn good at a cup of cocoa. But I also like them because they're small and therefore melt quickly. This will take about 4 or 5 minutes just to work this into something resembling marshmallow fluff. In the meantime, let us talk about flaxseed oil. This is a flaxseed. Sorry. This is a flaxseed. Inside this magic seed is a magic oil, and inside the magic oil, a magic substance, an essential fatty acid, in fact, called alpha-linolenic acid, which just so happens to be an omega-3 fatty acid. What's an omega-3 fatty acid?
Fetch down a 9 by 13 inch baking pan, metal would be best, and give it a good lubing with vegetable or canola oil. Make sure you go all the way up the sides. When the marshmallow goo is melted, turn off the heat, but don't remove the bowl. Pour in the puffed rice, the nuts and berries, and all the other little bits and pieces, and be ready to do some serious stirring. If you take the pan off the hot water, I promise this will become a real problem. Now, when it all turns into an untenable mess, move it off and dump it into your pan. But before you do that, you're probably going to want to lube up your hands, because they are just about the only tools you've got in your kitchen capable of doing what needs to be done, which is to pack this brick-like substance into the corners of the pan. Now, I know some of you probably don't like the feel of oil on your hands, but the alternative is club hand. We don't want that. Once the mixture is in, let it cool thoroughly, and then turn it out and cut into blocks.
Gracious, would you just look at that nutritional information? We've got just over 93 calories or kilocalories per serving per each delicious puffed rice delight. Just over 15 grams of carbohydrates, 1.16 grams of protein, 3.72 grams of fat, 1.01 grams of fiber, and only 4.31 milligrams of sodium. And it tastes good too. It's like an entire grocery store in your mouth. Come on, go away. Long tasty. Well, that's a little more like it. The mambo of modern life can take a lot out of a person. Putting the right stuff back can indeed be a challenge. But the way I figure it, even if I fall down on the nutritional job from time to time, as long as I've got one of these power-packed snacks on my side, odds are good I won't fall on my face. And if I do, I'll get up running. So I hope that you will set down those high-priced, factory-born bars you become addicted to and give your own brand a try. I'm betting that you will find a whole new source of good eats. See you around, Captain Power.